Hello, everybody. Hi, Catalina Flore here. And this is Monday evening, so it's time to have a chat together. And I was thinking today, so many of us work online, and for many of us, this is something new. And like with every new skill that we learn, sometimes our inner critic can come and become an obstacle to achieve success. So much like fears or anxieties, these negative feelings can really stop people from achieving success. And I talk about negative feelings from self-judgment and criticism. So imagine now with the learning new technology, we might not be very good in our view immediately. And we tend to make pictures in our head. We use two mental processes mainly, like making pictures where we see ourselves failing, or we have this inner voice, inner critic that speaks not necessarily in a nice tone with us and not necessarily nice words, encouraging words. And mainly this voice or voices come from the past. It can be from one caregiver or from school or from whatever. So we need all the resources that we can get, especially during these times, to make sure that we build self-confidence, that we are in a good relationship with our unconscious mind, with our creative mind, so we show up at our best and we become our own supporter. Because if we are if we are not our own supporter, who is going to be there for us? You know, when we show up in life, sometimes we judge ourselves on the impact and not the intention that we have. And we think, oh my God, I should have done this, I should have done this, and this way, not thinking that we do the best we can with the resources that we have. So, for this evening, I'm going to share with you a technique that comes from NLP, and NLP, neuro linguistic programming technique. Here's the thing: there are many, many different ways to go to your destination. This is one of them. You can try it now with me, explore it, see if it works. Otherwise, there are so many and so many other people. So don't get stuck in uh, in um, in a perfectionistic way. That's another thing that I'm going to go online to address. So in my previous talks, I talked a little bit about the reframing. You know, Tony Robbins says nothing has a meaning except the meaning that we give to that event or whatever it is. So, is it up to us maybe to choose an empowering meaning? And that is also important, how we place our attention and on what. So, we can reframe this inner critic, inner voice critic, so that we have more choice in how we feel, in how we show up. And of course, this way we can influence the results that we get. And that's very important. So, in order to do this process, you can stop and make sure that you can stop and you are safe. You just take a big deep breath, you let it go, you start coming from outside inside and get more in touch with the body sensations, and just breathe and come into the present moment. And you can this process will tap into your unconscious. Again, last week I talked about the unconscious mind and conscious mind and the differences. And basically the big boss is the unconscious mind. So we mind. So we want to develop a respectful relationship with the unconscious mind. And when we do that, like with any relationship in our life, we need to water the seeds. First, we need to plant the seeds and to secretly water the seeds so that the relationship grow and elevate the parties involved. So the unconscious mind is in charge of the bodily process. Is more of the on the right brain. Is in charge of the functioning of the organs or memories. It's very intuitive. So let's start this process. Take a moment and remember a time when in which you had a inner voice criticizing you. The inner critic was very, very present. So basically, put yourself back in that situation, like you were in the situation. You might not want to choose the most difficult one. Choose one to that is acceptable for you, and you can use it as an experiment. So put yourself back in that situation and listen carefully to the sounds, the words the voice says. You might even notice the direction. Does it come from the back, from above, from below? Just notice the direction of the voice. Notice the tone of the voice, the tempo. Notice the rhythm that the voice speaks to you. Now, in NLP, we have the assumption, we work on the assumption that each behavior has a positive intent, a positive intention behind it. So you might start now getting into a dialogue with the voice and ask, thank you for your message. Again, being respectful. What is your positive intention? What is your positive intent? I notice you criticize me. For what purpose? What is the intention for criticizing me in this way? Just choose the words that resonate the most with you. Everybody is different. Now you ask this question and then you pause. You just listen. Listen to what comes from within. Listen to what the voice says. So again, it's respectful and you need to take time. Sometimes the answers come very quickly. Sometimes you need to ask more until you can agree with what the positive intention of the voice is. Right? Now, you've got the answer, you move forward. I mentioned a positive and respectful. I mean, a respectful relationship with the voice. So you acknowledge, thank you, and you thank it. Thank you for your answer. Many, many times the voice wants to keep us safe. So you will go in that direction, maybe. So thank the voice, acknowledge the positive intention, agree with it, and thank it for having this positive intention for you. And then you need to ask the voice for more empowering alternatives. So, voice, thank you, or the unconscious, depends how you want to address it. If there were other ways, more empowering to me, to get this positive intention, at least as good as, would you be interested in trying them out? Because I am different now. As I mentioned, most of the time, I would not generalize it, but comes from your past, from caregivers, from school, and from more difficult situations in the past. So wait again for a yes response. Those of you that are more developed in having already signals with your unconscious, you know how to do it. The rest, just communicate with the voice and see what comes. Just don't make it too difficult for you. Once you do that, so you connected with the voice, you found all the qualities of the voice, the tone, the words, the tempo, the rhythm. You found the positive intention. You acknowledge and you thank the voice. You ask for alternatives. Now, you move to the next part, which is you connect with your unconscious, to that creative part of you, that part that is your supporter, that part that wants to assist you to succeed, that part that wants to help you with generating many other behaviors so you achieve your goals. And then you put the voice in charge and say, choose the top three. Choose the top three best ones. The one that the voice, which is your unconscious, believes is the best for you and they would work the most for you. Once you do that, you're gonna future plan. So you're gonna take all three scenarios one by one, and you're gonna actively imagine yourself carrying out these behaviors in the future, in that situation, and find out which one best works best for you. And if none of them works well, you go back and you ask the voice for other, your creative part, for other choices. And here's the thing, you have the choices. And why do we do this future pacing or future planning? Is that to make sure that whatever option you take works in the whole context of your life. We call this ecologic check, right? We need to make sure that it doesn't conflict with other important areas of your life. So that's about it. You have new choices that you both like, and then you ask the voice if it's willing to actually use one of more of these choices in appropriate situations. So the whole idea of this is to use your inner resources to help you be successful. So instead of criticizing the voice for, oh, why it talks like this with me, and most of the time is an unconscious process, you engage in a dialogue with the voice, with your unconscious, in order to look in the direction of your wanted results. So, working with it, not against it, in order to build self-confidence. That's very important. Work with a critical voice. It always has a positive intention. Acknowledge it. Be respectful and ask for alternatives. Let it be in charge, but in a different way. And involve your creative part for new behaviors. And then use the capability of your mind to imagine the future to check what is best for you. And That would be for this evening. Now is the time to be kind for yourself, to use any resources you can use in order to increase the quality of your life and be your best supporter. Learn, grow, because what I've just done, if you are not a growth minded person, you might say that's cuckoo. If you are looking for things that work and they've been here for many, many years, then use it, try it, and don't take my word for it. Try it and see how it works for you. All the best. Wishing you stay healthy and happy with your loved ones, and all the best. Experience joy in life. Bye bye. See you.